So you might have known, or you might not have known, how I felt about Ghost of Yotei when it was first announced.
What? Yes! Let's go, let's go! Ghost of Tsushima 2! Am I a woman? Please say I'm Jin... Why am I not Jin Sakai?
And just to give you a bit of backstory, I'm someone who absolutely loved the first game, and I'll probably say it's my favorite game of all time. And since I started playing Ghost of Tsushima again, I realized it is going to be a very hard task to try and beat this game's story. The story of Jin Sakai was one of a kind, with its world building, Jin's character, his emotional journey from his struggles of being a samurai and having to have that internal battle with himself and his uncle to throw away his code to save Tsushima.
If your clan joins me, we can save my uncle and avenge your men.
For me, it was a masterpiece. I do know everything going on with the launch and the pre-launch of Ghost of Yotei. People not buying the game, people buying the game. If you do buy the game, if you don't buy the game, I respect you. We're not meant to just follow the crowd. But after playing the game for around 8 to 10 hours now, this will be my first impressions of Ghost of Yotei. And I will be very, very honest. I am freaking enjoying this game.
What? What the f?
Yes, I do know the story is a typical revenge story. We have seen this numerous times, but the story is actually exceeding my expectations. The open world is freaking beautiful. It is mind-blowing. I am lost in this open world, and the non-linear progression system, I think it's been nailed, because it just feels like I'm not following a checkmark. It feels like I'm just simply exploring and I'm running into certain bounties, side missions. It's just flowing ever so well. So, hit the like button and here we go. So the story starts off quite quickly. You're thrown into the game and you want revenge of the Yōtei 6 for killing your family. Pretty damn simple. And like I said, we've seen this with Assassin's Creed Shadows. We've seen this with The Last of Us Part 2. After this game, I feel like we're going to have to change themes in these big AAA games. But Atsu is a very simple character. She's a mercenary and wants revenge, and she doesn't care about anything else because she actually wants to die afterwards. She doesn't actually care.
Little wolf, I thought we killed your whole family.
Now, upon exploring this open world, it's freaking beautiful. It's big, but for me, it isn't big and bloated like Assassin's Creed Shadows. I think the way Sucker Punch did Ghost of Tsushima was perfect. I just wanted more things to do, and this game is literally doing that. Like the feeling of riding on your horse through the flowers at speed. It's just so relaxing, it's exciting. I love the way the camera angle changes to widescreen as you gallop and explore. And with the story, I like what they've done in the first few hours in regards to Atsu. As you explore different locations, you will be able to instantly go back to when she was a kid to relive these memories. And you can essentially play out her childhood in certain scenarios. And this will then build up that backstory for Atsu. So it's not like her backstory is shown from the very start and then you either love her or you hate her or you don't really care. You kind of get fed these small little scenarios and memories from her past that you can then build up that character. I love it.
That was a gift from your grandmother. When I play, I feel like she is listening on the wind, guiding me.
You even get to see what happened to her father, her mother, and her brother, and you start to build that relationship with Atsu and start to understand why she is the way she is. She just has one motivation. Don't get me wrong, she does sound a little bit weird as a child. Don't get me wrong, she does sound really weird as a child. She just sounds like an adult child.
We're having whale soup tonight. With more vegetables than meat. Nice try. You're always first.
As you explored the map in different areas, it would then give you an option to go back to the past and see what she experienced as a child. Now, I didn't think they would build up towards Atsu because we didn't really know much about her before the game in terms of her personality. And yes, I'll be honest, I thought she was going to be this typical girl boss, and she's hardened up with her experiences, but it isn't like that. For anyone thinking that, oh, she's just going to be an unlikable character, I think you're going to change your mind when you start playing this game. Hopefully, there is much more character development and inner conflict within herself to question herself and what she's doing in her journey. At the minute, she's just cutthroat. It's, I want to do this, boom. Obviously with Jin Sakai, it was totally different. You saw the emotion, you saw the inner conflict, you saw the conflict he had with his people, with his uncle.
To master your blade, you must first control your emotions.
I've spent so much time in the open world finding altars of reflection, which would then allow you to get more techniques for tasks, weapons, and there are a ton to choose from to reflect on your build. Core for basic actions, Onryo for stealth and range skills, melee for weapon specific abilities, you have revenge for counter attacks and support moves, and your wolf as your companion for your offensive and utility perks. And I have to say, with the combat which we're going to come to in this game, I feel like this has been improved from Ghost of Tsushima massively.
Pathetic.
There are even those hot springs where, listen, I thought they were gonna cover something up and they didn't. There are a ton of materials to collect to find at certain camps, which will then allow you to then use at your base. I loved spending time here improving arrow capacity, buying new outfits that you have unlocked through exploration and the story. You can improve your weapons at the blacksmith, but also bounties. That I freaking love the bounties in this because these feel like mini stories. There are side missions, and Ghost of Tsushima were very good at these side missions, which felt like the main story. But these bounties are so much fun because on your map you will then find clues of whereabouts of these bounties, and obviously you can get money for it. But these are so damn exciting and I just loved exploring. At the moment I've rarely fast traveled unless it's to go back to my base because I'd rather just explore and ride my horse and then find little things in the open world. And like I said, when it comes to the combat, I feel like it is even better than Ghost of Tsushima. So I've only got 2 weapons at the moment, but I know I'm going to get at least 4. Instead of the stances which you had in Ghost of Tsushima, which I did love, depending on the type of enemies, you would have to change stances. With this, you change weapons, and this just changes the game for me because it is so much more fun, changing from a normal sword to a double katanas. I think I'm going to get more weapons, and depending on what enemies you face, you can then switch between these weapons. I can't wait to experience this. It just keeps it so fresh switching these things up. And not even knowing I've turned on the mode where there is more blood, there is more gore, and my gosh, the sound effects, everything. Oh my gosh. And what else is so freaking cool, and I've been finding hard, is that you can actually lose your weapon. When a certain gold light or gold thing comes up from the enemy, it means you have to hold triangle and then let go of triangle at the perfect time so you do not lose your weapon. Numerous times I've actually lost and dropped my weapon and you have to go and collect it, but sometimes I have to think on my feet and I have to just switch to my other weapon in order to go and regain my other weapon back. And it just improves the combat in these small little ways that go a long way. I've got it on hard, and I'll be honest, it is pretty hard, especially with these duels that you do and these bounties. I've died a hell of a lot even today on stream as of this video. Flipping out, am I finding it hard? And I've even tried it in black and white and it feels like a traditional Japanese movie. Obviously this was in Ghost of Tsushima. I'm just loving everything about this game so far. But the only thing I would say about this game so far is the typical revenge story that it is. To be fair, I've just got to a bit in the story which I won't say on this video, that there is quite a big twist early on I didn't see coming, to be honest. But now I am much more invested in this story and to see where it goes.
You've improved, little wolf.
I still have a long way to go.
So looking at this from the point of view of someone who absolutely loved the first game, yes, I would have loved a story with Jin Sakai. He is one of the best characters. Yes, I feel like they could still possibly do that depending on what they do in the future, but I've come around with what they've decided to do with Ghost of Yotei, and they can do different characters and different timelines, because for me, the open world, the combat, everything about Ghost of Tsushima I loved, and if you want more Ghost of Tsushima, you're gonna get it with this game. You are going to get it with this game, but yes, it's from a different storyline. There are some other new things like mini games just to build a fire, cooking some fish, even paintings as well that you can gain certain, I believe, abilities or weapons or cosmetics and stuff like that. I can't remember in which order. Some of you might find it pointless, but I find it quite relaxing, and it is very, very short. It's not like it's like a 30 seconds to a minute, you know, trying to build a fire. It is pretty quick. Like I'm talking 10 seconds, 15 seconds. There's even a very cool new mini game which I've just got to, where you have to use the trigger button on the DualSense to then flick and hit another coin on the table, and you can't hit no more than 2 coins at the same time, otherwise it will be the other person's turn. The more you collect, the more points you get, and this mini game is actually really freaking fun. I actually love these mini game additions to Ghost of Yotei. But not only that, you can dye your gear, you've got so many different weapons, you've got so many different cosmetics, and I'm just playing around with certain cosmetics and armor, and I'm loving what I'm wearing at the minute. There's just so much more to do. You can learn the little guitar thingamajig. It's not even called a guitar, but you know what I mean. It's just so calming when you are just playing this thing at a campfire. You just, when the calm is calm, it's calm. If you're thinking about, oh, which should I buy the game? I don't think you're going to regret it. Unless you couldn't stand the first game, then you're not going to like it, because it's basically more of that. It's built upon Ghost of Tsushima. Now, I loved it that much, I got the damn DualSense controller. That makes it 11 controllers for me. Conflict with myself whether to buy the collector's edition, and that means one of you will win a digital copy of the game. I don't think I will, but I might. I will keep you posted. What do you think about Ghost of Yotei and the first few hours of this game? Or what do you think about the game in general? Are you going to buy it? Are you going to wait? Are you just passing on it? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know. But let's take a look at the comment of the day from my previous video. New games coming out in October. Shout out to the member Grim. The only game in this list is Ninja Gaiden. Ghost is already 11 hours in, and once again, congrats. Baby Neutro is going to take over the streams in no time. He probably will try and take my games. And shout out to Bogdan. You deliver good content and you'll be a great dad. I want to play Battlefield 6 and Dying Light the Beast this year. Was good for games, and in 2026 it will be very good. A lot of games will come out. I want to play Wolverine. This will be my favorite game in 2026. Thank you for the comments, guys. And yes, I just feel like with gaming, I want to escape reality sometimes. And with this game, if I'm judging Ghost of Yotei, it is so far a great game. Will that change when I bring out my review? Again, this is the first impressions of the game. But yeah, there are so many more games coming out. I want the Battlefield 6 game. My friend was trying to sell me the DualSense Edge Black for £100. Should I do that? No, don't do it. Maybe we'll have to think about it. But there are so many games coming, and with next year coming, it's looking even better.